So, we have breaking news out of Pennsylvania, and 5 more Jehovah's Witnesses have been arrested for CSA, and I'm going to play this news clip.
Acting Attorney General Michelle Henry announced charges against 5 Pennsylvanians in connection to child sex abuse investigations. Each person charged was a member of a Jehovah's Witness congregation. 2 of the men were from Lancaster County. The AG's office says 42-year-old Abimel Valentin Matos is accused of sexually assaulting a 15-year-old girl whom authorities say he was purportedly courting to eventually marry. Henry also announced charges against 44-year-old Norman Avalis, whom she said was an elder in his congregation. The AG says he's accused of molesting at least 3 children between the ages of 5 and 10.
We have a duty to protect children in Pennsylvania. These children deserve a community where they can grow, play, learn, and pray, and not be preyed upon.
Still at large, while the other 4 men had been arrested and detained, according to Henry. The announcement follows charges being announced last year against 4 other members of Jehovah's Witness congregations. We'll have more about this developing story later today. In our Harrisburg newsroom, I'm Tom Lehman.
Well, today, wicked men and imposters use exactly the same techniques, and it's only going to get worse. They use lies and misrepresentation. They lie about how we deal with child abusers, how we care for the victims of child abuse. They twist statements that are made.
This is so disturbing. It's so difficult to do these reports. I'm going to put the link down below to that news report, and there are a couple others online that you can go find. Now, I have a statement here, and I want to thank Sharon for writing this and sending it to me very much, because I told her, I know for sure this has happened in the past, where I have sent a survivor over to somebody for help and they get ignored. And so this is good, and we wanted to make sure this gets out. It says, have you reported your sex abuse case to police, to the Attorney General office in your state or any other states? Have you reported your abuse to any other person that you thought might be able to help you, such as lawyers or ex-Jehovah's Witness activists that might have made you feel that you didn't have a strong case? Some of these cases that were deemed not case-worthy for their agenda or for prosecution, in their opinions, are now being looked at by the Pennsylvania Attorney General's office. Okay, this is very important. So get this out to any abuse survivors that you know of. Okay? Many sex abuse survivors of Watchtower reported their abuse to lawyers via phone messages and or online complaint applications, but never got a phone call back and were discouraged. I know of several that tried to get a hold of and they were ignored. Okay? Now's the time to report it to the Pennsylvania Attorney General's office at the number below, as they are not only interested in cases within Pennsylvania, but also in other states as well. Please call 1-888-538-8541. If no one answers, please leave a message and someone will call you back. It may take some time for them to call you back, but they will if you leave a phone number where you can be reached. And there are some articles about this. I'm going to read the article below that video. Acting Pennsylvania Attorney General Michelle Henry announced arrests and criminal charges in multiple sex abuse cases across the Commonwealth. Henry said all of the victims came from the same religious organization, Jehovah's Witnesses. I do not see how Watchtower can live, with this. I mean, they are done. They are done. There is no way they can erase this history. And all of the current Jehovah's Witnesses are not that stupid. They are not going to believe that this is Satan's system coming after them or apostate lies. They don't. And Watchtower, you're stupid for thinking they would. Going on with the article. The details of these crimes are sad and disturbing, facts which are made even more abhorrent because the defendants used their faith communities or their own families to gain access to victims, Henry said. Our office will never stop working to seek justice for those who have been victimized, and we will continue to investigate and prosecute anyone who harms the most vulnerable in our society. Henry said the arrests come after a 3-year investigation and hundreds of hours of grand jury interviews. See, that grand jury investigation is still going on. The following 5 people have been charged with sexual assault and exploitation of children. The details are provided from the Attorney General's office. They mentioned the first 2 in that news clip. Mark Brown, 65, of Allegheny County. Brown is alleged to have sexually abused 2 young sisters who were between the ages of 10 and 13, and whom he was the legal guardian. I'm not going to read these details, it's too disturbing. Raymond Schultz, 74, of Beaver County. Schultz is alleged to have sexually abused his granddaughters when they were between the ages of 5 and 10 years old. Schultz has been charged with aggravated indecent assault, and endangering the welfare of children and corruption of minors. Kevin Isovich, 51, of Butler County. Isovich is alleged to have sexually assaulted his niece, who was 9 years old. Henry said the investigation is ongoing. If you have information regarding CSA, make a report to Childline at 1-800-932-0313. Anyone with additional information regarding these cases should make a report to the Office of Attorney General's hotline at 888-538-8541. In 2018, WGAL spoke to a woman who said the Jehovah's Witnesses knew about hundreds of claims of child sex abuse and didn't report them. You can read more about that here, so there's a link, and when you do click on it, it takes you to that article, and there's also a video. So anyway, thank you everyone for watching, and please share this everywhere because this needs to get out, and all of us, we need to get this exposed, that these organizations, and specifically Jehovah's Witnesses, they do not protect the vulnerable. I don't care what they say in their broadcasts. They do not protect the vulnerable, and they do not report it. And any elder that says they report it, I would have to call them a liar. Unless they're PMO and secretly report it. Because otherwise, it's just not getting reported. And how many are out there who haven't been found, who haven't been reported? You know, and thank you to all of the brave people who have been talking to the grand jury and to the attorney generals there in Pennsylvania. And like I said, if you know of any of these cases, and also in other states, not just Pennsylvania, call this number, 1-888-538-8541. And we're expecting them to get flooded with other abuse cases. So, you know, just be patient. And a lot of us are working behind the scenes. And I want to thank all of you heroes who are working behind the scenes to get this taken care of and to try to get support and help for all of these survivors and to get them heard. That's the biggest thing, is these investigators, they need to know about these cases. So thank you so much everyone for watching, and you have a great day. Bye.